Ashraf, please elaborate on the following. What are the three power centers? What are trances? How does trances keep us powerless and hold us back in experiencing being creative? And how do we go beyond these trances?
Universal Bliss Program. In the Universal Bliss Program, we are supporting personal well-being or security. We are supporting the experience of personal security, non-neediness. Because when a person is non-needy, then a person can operate powerfully in their lives and relate to themselves, their bodies and their lives powerfully, nurturing and nourishing. You can do that. And then that person who is secure and selfful can then be satisfaction focused, meaning that person can then focus on being creative. So these three aspects, personal security is one, and that is basically the first power center. 2, relating powerfully to ourselves, our bodies and our lives. Selffulness is the second power center. So the first power center, which is security, is really about spiritual empowerment. The second power center, which is about personal development, it's about our personal growth, how we care for. It's about selffulness, how we care about ourselves, our bodies, and our lives. And the third power center is really creative power, when we begin to use supraconsciousness to see alternate realities and feel ourselves into realities that we desire, working with flow. So we've got to bear in mind this three-part process. 1, security or spiritual power. 2, selffulness or personal power. 3 is moving forward into satisfaction or creative power. 3 power centers. And so if a person is needy, that person will never relate to themselves, their bodies and their lives in a nurturing and nourishing way. Have you ever seen a beggar, a needy beggar, actually be caring for themselves, their bodies and their lives? You haven't, you won't. Any person who's experiencing themselves as needy keeps themselves powerless and actually produces themselves to be addicts, operating in a way trying to avoid feeling bad instead of actually feeling good now. The addict is about trying to avoid feeling bad, looking for relief, safety and excitement, and is trying to avoid feeling bad, trying to feel good, but not actually feeling good. So these 2 things, 1 is spiritual power, is so important. 2 is personal power, is so important. And we've got to go beyond the beggar into the boss, or the beggar into the believer. And second one, the addict into the adult. And how do we do it? We recognize the trances. What are trances? The belief in need. So there are trances that keep us from experiencing ourselves as secure. There are trances that keep ourselves needy. And that's what we want to become aware of and undo. Secondly, there are trances that keep us addicts and keep us from being adults. And we want to become aware of these trances and address them. And so over the program, we become aware of these beliefs in need, that I need to be okay. As I explained early on, it's a lie. You need nothing for you to be okay, because you already are okay. You already are alive. There's air for you to breathe, so you don't need to be okay. You already are okay, and you don't need anything to be different. So these are the 2 trances that the program addresses and supports the students in going beyond the trances. So thank you as well for that question.